Hi, this is Zarja from myTamarin, and today I'll walk you through the hazards in the kitchen. So things you should be paying particular attention to when you're working with small children to avoid any accidents. So let's get started. So let's get started here. This is my selection of vitamins and some supplements. And just the other day, one of my kids opened a fish oil. This is definitely not what it should be in the reach of toddlers or babies. So make sure that you remove them from kitchen counters that are quite easily accessible. The second thing to pay attention is obviously the hob. Ours works so that when you want to cook something, you obviously select one of your hobs and it becomes very attractively red, so little hands like to be touching it. So again, make sure that when you have your hobs on, the children are nowhere near in order to avoid them touching. Similarly, with the oven, when you have the oven on, it's very easy to open the oven and it can be really hot, so there are dangers of burning. So make sure that when you have the oven on, you have the children away, or at least you're there to supervise them. The other thing is, where you're keeping your knives. So again, for a toddler, that's actually quite easily accessible. And things that are otherwise quite innocent, like small forks and knives, can very quickly become dangerous for children. Some parents will have sort of protectors covering the drawers, which can help. But if you don't have that, just make sure that, again, you're supervising where children have access to or not. Another option is to keep knives a little bit further away. So we have them there, as you can see. But I can also tell you that my 3- and 5-year-old can actually climb up and go there. So that's also not a safe space. So pay always particular attention to where the knives are and try to get them away from where children can reach them. Another place where they can be easily reached is in the dishwasher, actually. Again, this can be fairly easily open. And then if you're keeping knives at the top, like this one, this can be very quickly taken by a child. Speaking of dishwashers, the tablets that go into a dishwasher, we typically keep them sort of close to a dishwasher, like so. These are very hazardous chemicals and should not be anywhere near children. So I typically keep them quite far away, sort of here in our pantry on one of the high drawers. I'm just keeping them here now for demonstration of what not to do. Same with dishwashing liquids. So as much as you try to use organic brands such as Method, they're actually, if children swallow, they're still very harmful for them. So make sure that you keep children away. The next thing is the kettle. So the kettle can be hazardous when there's boiling or very hot water in it. And it's, again, easy for little hands to reach, and sort of tip it over the counter. So make sure that these are pushed as far back on the counter as possible. Same for any other devices. So this one is quite heavy, so you can't just pull it, but be careful because sometimes you can. Also, any switches, I actually suggest you always have them turned off. Toddlers will soon be strong enough to turn them on, but try to avoid them. Just have them off. It's good practice. Another thing is medicine. So what we have here is really not good practice. So we're keeping Piriton out because one of my children has allergies, and also Calpol, which is very common painkiller and fever medicine. But the other day I found one of my sons sitting up here, opening Piriton and trying to drink it. So instead of having medicine here, we typically keep it up here so that they cannot reach it easily. Even more so for any medicine that's for adults, so aspirin or Lamictal that I have over there. In theory, it's too high for them to reach, but they can climb up here and then get to there. So make sure all the medicine is away. This is really bad practice. And then finally, there's always little toys around. And if you have babies, this can be, again, quite hazardous. If they swallow, they can suffocate. So I hope this was helpful, and see you next time.